Yeah, come on, Rena, Aroyan Zana. Yeah, Joan Gray in Shia, Twitch eating in a shlon to Ohana, but she's chain, but I need dash a che dog, is a thana dashanala, a cut out the net son and lay office of the president, Banash Nishdo, Western Agency Representative Ain Shlon, hot out Ishik. So I've been boots on the ground, assisting with home site leases, burial assistance, all the way on up to the assisting with the electrification in collaboration with Mr. Curley, the chapter president, as well as the chapter manager, Vernon. So I feel like, we built a really good working relationship to for with me assisting in getting some of these projects done as well. So kut au hitne nihin hanash nishto kwagi elected officials, do chapter managers and general ableton dash nishin samban sis case do kut au kon Western Agency but chapters nahast go abetratin shi Old Jato, Denahotso, Shonchimbito, Kienta, Shanto, Kaibito, Tonalia, Navajo Mountain, Do Adi Quag, Api Kingi. Hot out and hit the end Lenigi, Betrahan de Staha, Do hot Ashananish, Ado Quasan, Miss Rena Dodson, but Nash, I'd like for her to introduce herself at this time and get you a Dehadol Zilabi.
Yeah, Shea Rena Dotson is Shilta. I'm also the Western Agency representative for Office of the President and Vice President. Don and Schlinige ya Oze Shihin Shlon Chishabashin Tranes Anita Shichat Koba the Chanel Arot chapters begin Shige ya Bird Spring, Dol Talani Lake, Dol Loop, Dol Cameron, Dol Coal Mine, Dol Tuba City, Dol Gap Byway, Dol Lichi, Dol Copper Mine. Ajo Shanat, what ended this Benedict warehouse dedication at no a Benachikodo Bino Nahani Yako, yeah, do by Henson, Aloshi Kon, Hitra Sikal, meeting the Dole.
Okay, thank you very much. Those are the representatives from Western Agency on behalf of the President and Vice President's office. Okay, anybody else I'm missing? Okay, all right. Moving on over to the presentations. Honorable Council Delegate Herman Daniels, first call.
Yeah, good. What's the hello? Yeah, what's it? When nada hello, what is it? Okay, yeah, good. Shanant ano shenigi. Good. Sitsile. Aren't the good shama. Aren't the nan shama. Aren't the good. Late and a quaggy. They son a light that way. Aren't aren't shik eno shenigi. Shake a hassing. Kudo e nana nagani yanana karque o ye na hedoba aron han sha on zati in the naganan sako ado aben nani hello e ben nago do ni the shao da nache doba as lego but en kudo e si ke kudo dam ya di ni do les kudo aron da kudo dam kashmish e bit da wel rish aron da nachage don the dam 2026 8 of it whole just a New Year's. So Kodoshi a Juno a Kishmish that Oshe Kodo Shik no Shinigi Egi Bedak Ego Nahal Shinishi Hitchin that desk. Nahan Nada dog Kato Yat Ego but Kishmish that Oshe. I don't know what it and a gay dog. Kishmish Yaja I don't know Kishmish I don't know how that Juno she that Oshe ko. Aron na tigin hil hallo do le to do aron New Year's do a hot e do le do junon hera docha eri hot al seben hit hat se do na ko do yego ada da hosia da deskas adi da deskas ako bebe ke hot linigi ages Chiz. She could do a year of Bebelka, the Hoshiakodo, Nimadan Lenigi. Other queer that Zeko, Sweeto Sani, Laditran the Haz Traco, Yeg about the Hoshiako, Yeg about the Hoshia. Aaron Hashine at the Schneedle, the Gator Hot Zande, Alza Baha the Schneedle, Alchine Yaje, the one on the Sweeto Sani, Alza Baha, Ebenil Zil, Ebenil Zilsano, Holajan National, Hot Adida, Holat Soto Holayaje. Zada ede behut holla be hat zil ho di aro lens di aho e lada bel bol tra be da at zil ho a ko di holla soto holla shi oi anan aya holla yaz da holla shi anan la ho ko yego ba da hoslia ko do aro betra honi tlongi ko do yego ata hoslia ko do kede not e yego ede ben hit hat es ko do aro ko do na gaidam I don't want to take too much of your time. Also, the sleep could on the gate. I don't want to end Slingate and the out Ecuadoric in of Slingy, but Annie, age in Slango, Aro Kitchini, Klazatana, a dash je. Toy Lini, na kite ne, a dash che. A scat the whole a dash nalle. A hot ag enan hit the schneed or leco. Cook eggy bedak, ego hodo. Aro in the codo. Nada iste kodo. I see here by the dish, Niligi. As a yeg on Hika Alwat. The rates are hot Zande added that not on in law. 21st Council of Service Schlaho. Shama. Honorable Menheimer. Again, Rain Yakon, Kissen Stago. I see by Henson, Hosha Zendo. Those at ego I see. Na Henson, ho. Nzado e, not Tiendonana. Na hat o yens aro e kodo e di saho e di shi de la e beta ho ne lo nana at za la ho e I see here shama kodo aro nana kodo na gaita office of the president or vice president kodo shama aro in ta kodo satsui nkhano ajigi here zuden tsago ni ka na hin ol cheko chapters baka na hin ol cheko projects e kodo na gaita ani kodo shama de projects like Heidi La ICIC could nas photo Nathan's that should lawyer the national desk kid is baby kitchen the deal nekodo projects quadola projects the hallo are on the other three chapters is what I've been nada deal nishiko I call ben that deal nish the sneed leko ben dish nish how the sneed I got ben that deal nishnana ho so ede ya kodo aronana kodo dam sitsu itlon khani yako the great Navajo Nation Department of Corrections, Director and Lincoln Ray, Dr. Dolores Gray, as late as a taco, is a Hunshan of National Law and Order Committee, J. Adjo Etrasata, a Hunshan of Kitchen Dale, Nishako, here, could it see Rain Yako. Arab and Nereto, not on it, that's a taco. The Ray shot to her there, the Ray Dam, Bebinant, grazing official, Mr. Roland Small Canyon, Eston Yako, Adonana, former chapter president for Shanto chapter, Adonana Western Agency Council vice chair. In so Edi Hodat Ecuador, Adonana Kodo, Nagadab, Coconino County, Ado Kodona, Shaman Hain Yagi, Kodona, District 4, Kodona Ajan Hayan Kigi, I see here Kododam. Here indeed need or Leko. Adonana Kodosha Madot Lord and Haniaka, former chapter president, Geraldine. Edo Adonana Pejedo, Jerry Bigay, Edon Nha Ilako, Hiagodo. Adonana Redam, Shadanate Zin, the Doit Ida, on later Sata. Jamie, Nordstein, a Hiagodo. I see such an ash kego. Oh, you've been ash then, of course, such ash candid. Oh, instantly. Watch that. Yeah, Shadego, Aniko, Aronana Kodona Gaidam, Shana Ashin, I don't see Hanata, Earl Sombrero, Ada Hodat, Egonat Ani, Edo Hiabedini, the Arnold Sokodon Hano, Yagi today, Ado Kodo, a Sibeni had a Sigi Kodo, a Nikodobana has a snack. Oye Shahalia, Shina, Nachetoba. Craigie has Anigi, I don't know, other chapters. double hash neko, my brother double hash neko. Dos shabi gata today. Aran Khan Shah do be gata nabadish neko. Like today, don shat and deko. Nagay asho. Law and Order Committee meeting cancelled a day yilla. Nagay tlachende lahit lende today. They cancel because hala hot zan so dos stashat lahati luan. Ako ini ako dan khan ya ako. Ado ko do nagay dam. Hot ena October na halji shen dam. Ita dam beli nash enigi. Aya so samit hotiz na. Ado ka hol jejako. Nagay dam. A combat had net nagay dam. Showed bit had net again nagay dam. Showed on that z het nenigi cancer. A baba has dao ko do. A nagay dam got to her liver, pancreas. It started from there. She was already at stage 4. So 1 year shla, 1 year shla. Zada shla git aba akhashya. Azel no atlanashke, azel no atlanashtash. Zada huiga saz. August sent down. Tik at the hagi August sent down. We lost our youngest son. August. I see the beige loud aquashine what iho. Only wait Ed and so. And Cecil case a hope. A month later, Belinash and his son Naditza. A coin I see. Ya shilte. Oh. Let out that and so out had a shot out. When guest what nashta. As it was 8 edla, but he nudged in the Gihotza hot iho. Lada, but nach, but he nudged on Lada nach. We've been together for close to 40 years. We get so ken he nalake hello. I don't and the innate ash snow. But innate ash. Why the snow? That was my question. Why? Hey, 11 na. And the ending and now the snow. What that egg dojo, but the leather snow the radar, but I get a ladder and it's and the has kites ado. So even I see the Kado 8 on each and a shago a Hodina go agitation on it's one whole year. I call the other get care on a hot either. I see he nicht with a shaw Hodina go. The gay parking lot or they na shishka. One whole month in the gay parking lot on the shishka. I didn't want to go home because there's a lot of memories of what at the end of the gay church of the Atlanasta. Church of Atlanasta holds. I don't know the gay council dash any that which Atlanasta. They on the end they should know. What's that? As that which is a tzile this year. There are so Lahotza, Hawana shouldn't Saleho. Reda wants us to think that they did. Hawana shouldn't take a dice so Washington or the Washington so did. What Elaho? I was 8 Eda. Out the shake with a net Nejade, not ST, Koshik in Oslandi, net Neja. Nada il de. It's Zigi with net Neja, Nasanika. Ishi or even that one. Ben that deal Nishigi or Hayuho. So Asia that Equatoric Aim Slenigi. So Ahotaban has a snet or letter course so could excuse and actually the whole Jijo. My brother could order baby lash no could so Ede Yahodat Ado could base of Santa test on a race of Sunday Beshmas Unit Lenigi 8.8 million the Habike Holia. Delegate region. Beshma has Anahitla has Ago 8.8 million ha, but Jada don't need. But don't need go out of Abela seat lane. So Adoha holds Jijo. Shatoho, they were the first one to give me a proposal. 3.4 million. A Beshmas Anche last lane. Egg at Ajaka Hotet Shanto Hotel. So she would now Anne or Leco, or you would now to Alneho. Oy now need Labanako, what they now a net or leco 3.4 million. Colada has lego, the gay the neko. Ado state now this season. Shatla Ash, Ita and the go na Lasho, Mr. Sombrero. Ko, Nikihigi Ko Shadini, 2.1 million. 80 Kododam, Aliyagi Dida, Aruna Latlo and Zenigi. Shudo Eshno, at that old national ecodo a proposal Shana, a Naswanana Schlebeshans on the Shayelana Sling. A co ADC the egg at Kodo hit in the Das link at Adaliado, a Kodoshin Echu no Idole. Ba was Yadole, Kodo, Adonana Kodona Gaydam, the Trans given na COVID, join the based on each only ARPA funds. So even Nashu Kodona Gaydam, Jayan, not now the Abi Galan Songhatan Shiko, with a Yahot, it all could ehon the Shiria Hitchi and the Abi Galanso, Jayana Nehota. So Johnny Echo, is she, I see my bad hands so the snutty. So Eddie Hodat, Ado Kodona Gay, Shadowy had seen the senior center. The Gay Hot Eda Bishwas and 148 million. A Quadobella Seedly, a amendment go. Not so speta now did I like Garden go able to beat Zogo. I can all tago 184 million. Bella Seedly. So out of them, is it Otski, Nalt so sigi, a can de na logado, a mehmet hodo ne, Delegate Crotty, Shamadam, Council Delegate Amber Crotty, a mehmet isn't deal with. The Ecuador, the gay senior centers across the Navajo Nation based on the bandadot Ashlon. So I done a gay Shanai, should select Ecuador, East Slant, the deep best ones Antlanet long. So I done proposals which are 1.4 million bigago. 1.2 million that should say 1.2 million bigas which are Oi ad lago and lebe the snow. Zana within 5 minutes, 4.1 million and that's such a honaidla. Biga bedini. Biga but the snow. Eoda hilton shieldness, hilton da shieldness. Aronana quado. Bella da asling ada. So Asian quado bala hit let all the country. I see quado da sitsilla. A honetic adida. Beso ge quite. Nhado nilo an hedil nilo gahodo Yahanat zeko sub-recipient agreement at all nilo. An hitskilo had a deal nilo. Because Ts'ah Bii is a certified chapter given no. So yatskitens then was it solidity arushnant and lenigita dida. So Asiata naswil neto leto eda. At la halegi at skilo. At that the nip bill. Arushin equato Khanshin had a gato leco, but the money is there, 4.1 million. Yes, it's so ede that ecuador. So ede yada peso, Nahabjada Yagi, Ado Kodone, Najana hold the she, not so she nada net dead or lelico. Asian ecuador nagays at Sile, ede be ehas zanako. Ede that ecuador, and now what Igi be entahas Igi, but behas zanahotida. Aya, but behas zanako. Other chapters of that, a shot toho, a low and a game. Shata, as though that and has ebe. Aya, but behas zanako. A quota is on the what deep not only than Lenigi. Ah, co Texas that sheet. Texas that sheet in here go. So even that should go Kodo Naswal just so. Ishing I hit nail in the store. Aronana, staff and Lenigi, and the gay president's office though. Vice President, Ado Shane Bethlehem Daily, so she not what I did later got some of these projects and other chapters of Lokadonaga, well, Jet, they really need help with Lokado, AD that Ecuador. So Eon Sodo, it's also a slado, let go. Ako, I see Hansden, the Hoya, Toya Ashon, the best one has an need, I did again hate, Toya need, I did had a need, the Echo, I saw dollar, though he had a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, dollar, Yakodo. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, thank you. It's always nice. It's nice to see our wonderful council delegate here and for making sure that we continue the work of our community. So, yeah, Shana, for coming on out. And thank you for helping us with getting the ARPA funds done and also Again, if you have some more money, throw it our way. We'll get it done. Okay, LDA, Robert. First call. Second call. Okay, moving on. Oh, there he is. There you are. You're wearing the wrong hat. You're wearing the Raiders. You need Cardinals hat. What is that?
Hi. Good job. Good morning. Good morning. And I should edge although all doubt and Zani de Bikia, and I should go edge the Sanja Kin not to Chini, but she's chain. I thought Killa Chini, the shit shade. Oh, the foundation, I lead out there. Call these yo. Down that, no, they could have to report to Herman and Dillard every time I go through here. So they record it. So anyway, but it's good to be here, and it's good to see my relatives here. Yeah, for attending today's meeting. I don't have very much to add other than that some of the legislations that were approved were waiting on to be, I guess, for the next signature. President Wanan issuing up to the 12th of this, the additional allocation to complete the funding for the legislative, executive, and I think judicial. So, with your support, thank you. I know Dillard's been really advocating for the budget to be approved. I guess to show the support from here, around our area, Shanto, Oljeto, and Navajo Mountain. So, the only other thing is the possibility of the amendments to the senior citizens funding. So, I think my uncle, he's already ready for it. So, but that's going to be coming on the pipe, so we need to be ready for it. We're just going to have to keep an eye on it. And the only other one is the one for the roads. So I don't know if that one's going to be coming down the pipe too. So and that'll be a good time for N16. So I know you guys are already ready for it, and I think we just need to make sure that once the opportunity pops up, and then we're ready there to you never know what comes on the council floor, and but pretty much your chapter president and the chapter manager and your officials are on top of those two areas to be funded. So, thank you for, I guess, being patient with my Chanel because of all the stuff that he went through the past year. All year, maybe a month before his wife was going to pass, he broke the news to everybody. So, but I went through the whole year with him, pretty much just being there for him to, I guess, take on a lot of the stuff that he was encountering as a result of his family's situation. So, I don't know. I mean, I heard a lot of prayers and support from the community for my Shinala. So, and I know that he always expresses his appreciation to the communities, and he always says to so thank you for the opportunity to speak. Chair, out on the happy Christmas, or Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Getting the mixed up, so thank you.
Go ahead, Lena.
Bottom line, I guess, in terms of the way I understand it right now, Chris Cascoli is the guy that we're trying to work with. And as far as Shanto being from the, I guess, being on the side of the officials, email, he's not responding. So a roundabout way, he's saying that he wants to keep the trailer that inscription house on. That what no, what about the Ashido, I don't know, the chapter president or the chapter manager, they haven't gotten in touch with yet. So I don't know why. Maybe he's kind of thinking that he wants to keep him here, or I don't know. So that's the last thing that I had on it. But I've been trying to call him. I got his number from Carrie Jean. I got his number from his wife. And I got his number from the department. I've been calling and texting him, and he hasn't responded to me. So
The way it looks, it's probably going to be ending up that it's going to be in Inscription House's hands. It's going to be our new office. I'm looking at the IHS representatives here, seeing. I'm eyeing those trailers since but oh, so the original plan, we'll make sure that we get in touch with Chris Casoli again, because originally, that area is already slated for public safety, and it's already withdrawn for them. But again, it's law and order, and also the Department of Public Safety. They're the ones that are making the priorities for the communities as to who gets substations. So us as Ts'ah Bii, we were advocating to put Inscription House on that priority list. But the last time they removed it and had Kaibito and Navajo Mountain and Shanto added on there. When Eugenia Charles Newton, the chair of Law and Order, she announced it over at Western Agency, saying that those two chapters, Shanto and Navajo Mountain, will be receiving the public safety buildings. So during that conversation, we were planning with Chris Casoli to have those the trailers down here, because again, it was already slated for the public safety building, and we were doing plans to get that in place. But ever since then, those things kind of changed, and so we have Dr. Gray Eyes over here, who's also in charge of the public safety corrections, but she's overseeing the substations. So I don't know if she wants to go ahead and provide a quick update on those.
Vabbè, la nota, il suo ave per il palco. Yeah, no, yeah, no, today, country is not for I must be out to you. Okay, go to Monday, di quella ora lì priority per sta nella e pretende e Christian Foley, Audrey, EMS director, and Audrey Lancaster. Now, they pick up point, and then you the guy down the street, when even though we're around priorities, priorities, yeah, the a one set tax increase awesome because there's additional public safety services many substations. So the priority is to use that money, okay, very successfully machine. No, red phone here, we have money instead of inscription house, no. It had done so every time when I find that talk about construction. Nishna Provador now Machi Custom. They so they David, I just want to make that clarification. Let you know that a EMS director, no, he's just the staff, go and Salo Moshi. That's what I wanted to just kind of make clarification, and then it's kind of parody. I want to keep wanting to call you Charlie. Like it's God, George, and we are going to jump on it. Plan, and we've been waiting for that for years. So it's John and I had two of my family, my kids, wanted to say that the litigation about the Ega Archna Hash. Of course, state of one state of the emergency. So then they are able to chapter of the shorter, so able to pay. Each other needs so if you want to kiss. All the table, another patient on it. You guys not ready? You better be ready. So get it done and do like this, not on start on the familia. Not by that so the crowd with the artery so this not this is yeah.
Okay, Hannah. So again, like we have reiterated, the chapter officials here, delegate, LDA, and a lot of our community members, the Western Agency reps, they all know Ts'ah Bii is ready. And we have plans in place. The only issue that we have is the Navajo Nation is saying, whoa, wait, we're trying to get things done. So the faster they move, the faster we get things completed. So we'll see how that goes. So with that, thank you, staff, for the report. We'll go ahead. Well, right now, the town, public safety building, they already have funds already allocated for the DDE. I guess what they're trying to figure out is how they're gonna, they get the permission to utilize those fundings now. So, we'll work with the public safety building, the public safety, individuals to try to get that going. So the money is there and ready to use. We already have land already allocated for that. So if they decide to use it, we should be good, right? We shouldn't lose any of that, but again, we'll have to have that conversation with those individuals to see if it would be feasible to have that here. So,
Again, 90s to be a reasonable, hydrogen out of a contract, 638 contract for EMS. A resolution of a director facility. Okay, the money's there. Thank you.
so again, I would urge, being that we're so prepared here, that they reconsider putting the substation here. Because we're so ready. So other than that,
Dillard, I have a question.
Merrick, go ahead.
I have several questions just from everything that has been spoken about so far.
Okay, I will give you 1 minute if you can.
Okay, first question is going back to the senior center, the money that was allocated. They're waiting on amendments to approve it. Was it for 4.1 million?
No, we already have approval of $4.1 million. The money has just been sitting there. But the issue is that we need to have an amendment to have that drawn to the chapter houses so we can get the money straight to the chapter house instead of having it being weighed at Deltex. who is managing the project.
Well, what is the name of that company?
Daltex is the Division of Long-Term Care, I believe, right? So they're the ones who are dealing with senior center stuff, and that project's under them. But we're working with trying to get an amendment going for that. SC committee is already working on that.
Oh, okay. And then where does that process start from? Like, does it start from like chapter members, or is it a different process to, like what's the holdup there for the amendments? Is it coming from the council? The
Uh,
delegates?
we're waiting on the council and HESI because I believe the discussion was already done with HESI committee. And so we're waiting on whoever's going to be sponsoring that legislation to do that amendment. And so they're working on that with the staff from DCD and also Deltex.
Okay. Is there anything I can do right now to help make that process faster, or are we just waiting because it's stalled from above?
I would go ahead and, as again, you as the constituents of community of Ts'ah Bii, you guys have every single right to go ahead and blast their emails, go to their events and take them to the side and talk to your council delegates, talk to the division directors, talk to the nomination president, talk to the Western Agency president or the Western Agency members, representatives. And you have the right to talk to me about that and getting those things pushed over and addressed to those individuals.
Okay.
So in this case, you have, since you brought it up on the record and, you know, our council delegate and LDA is here. We also have the IHS CEO here as well. So they all hear it. And so the more you guys advocate and you help us do that, the more they can push it on their end. So
Okay, and then I still have a couple more. So I'm willing to help in whatever capacity that I can for the senior center so that you can help allocate and create whatever it is that you guys are seeking for the seniors. So I'm willing to help. And so anyway, I do have a couple other questions with Chris Casoli, who is his employer.
Chris Consoli is the division director for EMS. So again, the president, I believe, would be his boss. So might want to get with him.
Okay, and then let's see. Hold on, I still have. I understood that with the public safety office down there, the funds are allocated, but it needs permission from the public safety. And who is that public safety?
Again, those talks and conversations will have to be with the Law and Order Committee, as they are the ones who work with the Division of Public Safety as far as developing their priority listing. So once that priority list is completed and whatnot and executed, then that's where that conversation starts with whoever the communities are in either starting a project or starting that process. But again, like we have Dr. Reyes here who would also provide that answer. So
Okay.
that question. So
All right, and then also, where did the land get approved from for that public safety office?
the land has already been approved during the last administration here from Ts'ah Bii. So when Geraldine, she was here, she was the one who provided, we were one who withdrew that entire area, that tract, and with an additional 7 acres for that area to be withdrawn for public safety.
Okay, so under Geraldrine's guidance or the last administration, that was approved then.
Yes.
Okay, and then also, that is all I had for questions. Thank you.
And thank you, Angie Kelly, for providing that clarification. The boss is actually the public safety director, so that would be Michael Henderson and Anderson. Henderson. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So
Michael Henderson is who is that?
Mike Anderson, yeah.
I'm assigned to coordinate these projects.
Okay.
I'm the point of contact for public safety.
Okay, so Dr. Gray Eyes would be the contact for all of this stuff, for the public safety buildings.
Okay, cool. Does she have a contact information I can get from her?
Uh,
Because I would like to talk to her personally, so.
845-3240 is the cell number.
I didn't hear it. Sorry, say it again.
3240, so that's be 928-245-3240 is Dr. Gray Eyes, so
And she's what's her title again?
the director for corrections director.
So the project for our manager for the judicial public safety. Advertise.
Okay, and then she's also the project manager for the judicial and public safety buildings. So,
Okay, she's the project manager. Okay.
okay, and director of corrections as well, so.
Director of, she's
The
the boss for how many different things is she the boss of?
She has two titles, so. Okay. Alrighty, then we'll move on. So we'll go ahead and close this discussion. Again, if you guys have any questions, it would be, if you guys have any questions, everybody should know my email, dcurley@datani.org. So any other questions, please by all means, send me an email. I can try to explain it to you as best I can. We also have our secretary, our vice president here. So that way, if you guys are unaware of what is going on, by all means, ask your official these questions. So then that way, when we come to our meetings, then everyone kind of is well aware of what's going on. So we will move on to our grazing representative, Jim Shah.
Only see about 5 or 6 of them for the keys here. So I know that it was the time I will talk on because I know issues. I won't be here tomorrow, so there's a national. Got a meeting over there, official meeting. Yeah, tomorrow. We keep the ones there. What's the meeting? Check.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to IHS Inscription House Health Center, Brooke Davy Klein.
Able to give a presentation.
Did you email it to me?
Yeah, so Brandon. I just want to take a
Okay.
I'm going to say it on the side. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maria O'Connor. I am the CEO for the Keenan Service Unit. I've been the CEO for the service since November 2020. So it's been 5 years. We've done a lot. We got the inpatient open for the service unit, so that is very good. We've never had an inpatient for this service unit for the size of the population. So I'm really proud of the staff that helped me get that inpatient open. So excellent. I got excellent. Going back to the introduction, Paul had taken Sean for she, I think, I'm sorry, Paul, I may get that, I think I can that. I'm originally my parents, or my mother is from Mexico. My dad's from Canada, Mexico, so I grew up more or less in Mexico, and I'm more familiar on that side than on the other side. So it's been a journey for me trying to learn my family on the Arizona site, so I'm getting it. Thank you for allowing me this presentation really quick. What I'm going to do is this is the leadership that I usually provide to the tribal formulation group or else to the tribals. So as you can see, we've got all our leadership positions. They're actually there. Even though we have an active clinical director, they are all being worked, so that's really good. Going to the side. This one, I really want to let you guys know, as of July of 2025, IHS went under realignment, so we are still going through the realignment. So right now, the main focus right now is to have one IHS. It can be completely everything's going to be standardized. Our processes, our policies, procedures are all going to be standardized. Right now, as of July 2025, headquarters now has direct oversight of the service unit. So my supervisor is no longer the area office. It's actually straight to headquarters, which is Rockville. So that's who I report to. So my boss right now is going to be QB, which is Dave Driving. That's his name. So he takes care of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hospitals. And he's taking care of the majority of the Navajo area region. So there's Crawford, Kansas, Janssen, and Tennessee. So we're the ones that have the top
hospitals within the IHS system. So what they did is they built a northern tier, which is all the northern parts, which is Admiral Chris Buchanan. And then the southern region, we have James Driving Hawk. Right now, so everything that goes through financially, decisions, any hiring process has all changed since July for IHS. We were on a hiring freeze from July 1st, and that expired on October 15th. That's why I couldn't really hire any staff. And then now the whole hiring process has changed. It's called the Merit Hiring Plan. And if you want to learn more, go into the website, go under OPM, and that's public knowledge right there, what Merit Promotion Plan is. And right now, any position that's vacant that I need to advertise, nurses, clinical, business office, patient registration, or security guards, I have to get an approval from HHS. I can't just hire anymore like how I used to right off the bat. So that's what the process is right now. And then also goes through OPM, which is the Office of Personal Management. So that's because of the new President Trump that came into the office. So they're really looking at that. And anything we do, like acquisitions too as well, I can't just approve to purchase anything. I've got to wait until I get an approval from HHS. So right now it's kind of a little slow, but we are getting stuff done. So the clinics will always be open. As much as I can have the staff completely be made available. But here for Inscription House, I just want to bring to your attention that we are right now do not have a permanent physician on staff. Right now, the only one we had was Dr. Thomas since he retired. And we've had multiple contractors coming in, but it's so remote that it's
they're not used to it. These providers are not used to having a remote place. So, and then I guess the other part I kind of want to ask you community members is when you have a provider, involve them in your community outreach. Tell them, say, you know what, tell you what, I want to come over. You want to go see a traditional ceremony. You want to try and look at those, invite them, make them feel at home. Maybe that way they won't be able to, leave us so fast. So what I'm doing right now is we do have, we don't have providers. We have a contract optometrist that we brought in. We have one more contractor that I'm hoping to bring in, which is on the outpatient side, and hopefully start seeing those walk-in clinics as much as possible. But all of it, I can't bring it on until I get an approval from HHS, which is Washington, D.C. So that's the only thing about that. So you all just have, I'm just begging for you guys' patience, trying to deal with this because we are trying to get things rolling. We are trying to get providers on board, but I think just a little bit more patience, I think that'll work. The other part that's happening, remember, is that in all the federal system, we have to go through an extensive background check. And this is all the way from your credit all the way from 7-10 years back. So whatever people have done in the last 10 years, a lot of it shows up. And when they do show up, we have to, justify those and pass those processes. So that's another hindrance too that kind of interferes with that OPM approval process. But that's all in all on that part of it. Since I don't have that much time, I wanted to bring to get this other time over to these two individuals, which is the patient advocate and PRC, because that's something you all need to know about a little bit more, okay? But if you guys have any questions, just work with Dilliard and he'll contact me, or just come up to my office. I have an open door in Kayenta, so you're more than welcome to come, or else give me a call. We're in the phone book, 4,000 is the number, and then usually they will transfer the calls up to me. So I usually take care of all the, if there's any patient complaints, anything, so I talk with patients myself. So that's kind of what I do on that part. Before I let you guys go, let me briefly explain the trailers. So what we're doing right now is we've got 3 trailers. They're from FEMA. They're actually brand new trailers that we got when COVID, basically we were under that COVID emergency. And we were going to use those trailers to funnel the process of COVID vaccination through that. But eventually we didn't have to use it because by the time we got it, COVID had already, the emergency pandemic had been lifted. So those trailers have been sitting there, they're not being used. They're brand new. They're fully furnished with office. It's for an office equipment. And then in the meantime, I'm also working with headquarters and trying to get the old hospital demolished. We need to clean that up. We need to get those buildings out of the way and then move it and have it open out for whoever that needs to take over that place again. So in the meantime, what I did is Navajo Nation, I guess we're given 2 trailers out of the old clinic. So in order for them to keep helping us to transport 911 calls and help out Inscription House, help out Danahoto, Chalchempito, I went ahead and donated those 3 trailers to Navajo Nation EMS, which is Chris Cascoli. So that took a while to get, so it took about 8 months to get it done. So he finally moved the last one 2 weeks ago. So that's what you're gonna see over at the junction here. So just help him get that trailer up process, because once they move out of the old clinic, we're gonna start demolishing those buildings so that we can clean up that old debris. Okay, so that's the history of those trailers. So they're actually from FEMA. They're brand new, all furnished, and hopefully Navajo Nation EMS will make full use of it and then keep these transports ready for all of us on the service unit. So I ask for you to support him on that piece of it. All right, here you go, you guys.
Yacht she Brooke Daisy Clywin yeah na kaden enschlo twitchini bashchin twitchini dashe do look at na dashanella twitinash that nasha she inscription house the new patient advocate in Schle. So this is inscription house's first ever patient advocate alcohol Twitter that na sha ado sha mado sha shama Ruth Daisy ulia sha Wallace Daisy uliende ado shama sana Ruby Salt uliende ado shiche Delmar X line Juliende ado shanala Henry Daisy Juliende ado Rena Daisy shanalende okoho inscription house clinic the shananish has tweedo sani do chin the auto ya kahigi is a ish in it but the benel higi bayashti okoho ha kishi ha ishi had alsido do ha ishi do hajob get do higi she Banachanan Stradolech. Eben natje ade ade shenanish ado jodo suggestion de sninigi hashit yadi yat hodo niligi do bahaz do aheshi zeish inan ad nishide Jino yat shaka o wood Ada compliment de sninigi Edo bahaz alcohol aje is a icht inje aje zapi kinje nashnish ben hit behos in dolesh beniga kon shata hos ado not ani da no slinigi ik ha kon gata hos do should two honorable councilmen do on so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can ask for me, okay, at the clinic. Okay.
Yeah, she Perlisa Shortman, yeah, not that the net twitching is not twitch any bashin, but Anita should she look at the net national inscription house at 4 years, a schle going on 5 years, purchase referred care Halianigi. Yat should done hit the net on referral done hit the now. Aha anigi shaba hashia big is lanigi. Aro azel in a dosa home haloni like Nicotin orthopedics, cardiology. Is she specialty referral and hit the nagi insurance then or Medicare private insurance then here hello ya shiba hasha purchase orders the adasha. Aro benzitzi hido wheelchairs that anything do big is lanigi at abahasha. Call clinic Monday to Friday 8 to 6 p.m. national 1 week out of the following week Monday to Wednesday 8 to 6 out of Thursday 8 to 5 national out of Fridays every other week off. So the other kid no tonight that it bills the out of ishi if I should cut the weapons and give medical bills a could issue inscription house office gonna pharmacy baby pharmacy big a office so had on this.
Okay, thank you for that presentation there for the IHS team. The only question I have is how far are you guys in getting us a permanent building? We have a government And again, if we can keep the conversations to a minimum.
TBK 2025-342-001, accepting and approving the November 2025 budget reported.
Okay, thank you for that. Sorry for this here. Quick. I need to get we have the reconciled budget. Let me grab that here real quick. So. Okay, I will go ahead and read the numbers into the record. So currently, right now, we have number one budget and activity, which is $5,482.94. Personnel is $201,487.08. Trust land and land claims, which is $27,274.23. Summer youth is $39,898.86. Housing discretionary have $12,505.05. Local governance is $29,568.76. Chapter official stipend is $35,855.55. General scholarship claims, scholarship general fund, which is $10,876. The scholarship claims is $2,861. Public employment, which is $93,126.68. Veterans, we have $5,593.80. The emergency, we have $13,695.07. Chapter maintenance is $11,725.17. Nomination sales tax is $33,500.67. Capital improvement, which is $15,653. Unhealthy food tax, $29,306.20. And then other funds, which is the ARPA funds, which is $115,553.07, bringing a total of $683,955.13. That is the budget that we currently have reconciled for last month. I will go ahead and entertain a motion. Madam Secretary, we have Danielle and Priscilla. Okay, comments, questions regarding the budget? Reconciled? None? Okay.
I have a question. This is Merrick.
Go ahead, Merrick. You have the floor.
I would just like to ask about the unhealthy food tax.
Okay.
What is that used for, and how do you utilize some of those funds, and what are they used for?
Okay, so Merrick, when you get a chance, if you can, I would go ahead and look in Google and go ahead and take a look at the BIM, which is the budget instruction manual for the fiscal responsibilities of all the chapters. Again, you have the ability to review and get a breakdown, a complete and accurate breakdown of the entire budget of what needs to be done for that. But as far as the unhealthy food tax, that's supposed to promote like the ability to provide events, so like to promote wellness and all the other good stuff out here. So, and that's what we have for that. Let me double check here.
Am I able to help make use of those funds with the help of the community, like somehow? And then can you please tell me what the process is for that?
So if you're planning on this, do those type of recommendations or anything like that, I would get with the chapter manager.
Okay.
And then be able to go ahead and provide those clarifications or anything like that for you.
Alrighty, and then if I receive sort of like no information given to me, how do I address that?
You can certainly request and you can certainly email me, which is dcurley@naatani, NAATAANII.org, and I will go ahead and get those addressed to you.
May I get your email one more time?
That would be dcurley, CURLEY, at naatani.org, which is NAATAANII.org.
All right, awesome. That's all I have questions for. And then I'm gonna have to leave the meeting for today, but my mom, Ann Tate, is gonna be helping me advocate for the item that I have on the agenda today.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Okay. Thank you.
thank you. I'll be in touch with you. Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll go ahead and move on to the vote. We have a motion. We have a second. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Ashwanda, hey, Madam Secretary, could you go ahead and get the roll call? We have a point of order. What is your point of order? That's so. Okay. So again, the veterans, we had a point of order. That is, we don't have really much for as far as any issues with the processes that we had. I guess it was a question of privilege. So for the veterans, we have $5,593. We just finally got the tranche from the nomination, and right now, they had provided us the ability to use funds from that to get gifts and awards for, I think, $2,500 for that, and then we had also the assistance to some of the veterans as far as hardship. So the veterans, they can go ahead and start applying for some of those. But we're also including in that budget the carryover from 2014. We carried over some monies from then, and we have $593 left in that account. So now that's why I was asking earlier that if there's any veterans in here that are requesting hardship for $100, go and apply at the chapter, and then that can be used. So does that answer your question? It was to one veteran who is eligible under the application requirements in here. They are only allocated $100 for that, but that's only for the carryover money that was sent over. The other ones, if they need help from veterans, they can go and ask the Veterans Trust Fund. That's a separate account that doesn't go with the chapter. Oh, AD, they apply at Western Agency. Oh, but this one, that's for gifts and awards and for food. So us as the Veterans Committee, we went ahead and said we're going to do vouchers, the $50 vouchers for the assist veterans, and then also food boxes. So we're working on getting those out. Oh. Nope. Okay. Oh. Yeah. No, thank you, Shema. Go ahead. Go ahead. Question. The veterans, they have about 87. Okay. Well, A, the veterans, if they were married and had a spouse, according to our veterans policy for the trust fund, that one, the surviving spouse can apply for the benefit. Okay, so but any of the siblings or any of the offspring of the children, they would not qualify for this process, the Veterans Trust Fund. They would have to have the surviving spouse or the veteran themselves to qualify.
The government shutdown went on for months.
They,
Some of them are still going through it.
but again, that's again, the veterans policy is strictly for the veterans and their surviving spouses. If honored at every, but year. I know. But you guys aren't Donald Trump. No, no. I would like for you to join us during our veterans meeting next month. Okay, but you do have the ability to provide those concerns to our commander, who is also part of the agency, and they can provide those questions up to you, because like in this case, for an example, we have veterans who like only probably served back in Vietnam. We have veterans who only served like 80 days. They went through boot camp and whatnot, but they didn't get a chance to go to Vietnam because either the president or somebody had stated they're going to come out early because they did the down draw. So even though they still got an honorable discharge, some of them don't get the benefits because in there they have to have 180 days of service in order to qualify for these benefits. But I raise those concerns again to let them know that we should also include some of the veterans who were don't meet those requirements, but still had the honorable discharge. So then that way we can, or a medical release, because you know how some of them they get hurt and then they leave because they were discharged. So sometimes they get other than honorable discharge.
Yeah, you answered my question.
Okay, all right. So that you can add that over to the mini meeting. All right. Now we'll go ahead and we will vote again on number 1. All those in favor, raise your hand. Madam VP. Hey, those online, Merrick, Michelle, RD, and Yadira.
Merrick in favor.
40. Okay, thank you.
Michelle in favor.
Thank you. Okay, 41. Opposed? Abstain. Could I get someone to read that last number on the sign-in sheet? I know we have 60 last one. The 79, 80, 79. 80. So what would be abstaining? 41. 39. Okay, motion, TBK 2025-342-001 passes with a 41 in favor, 0 opposed, 39 abstained. Moving on, number 2.
TBK 2025-342-00, accepting and approving monthly cash receipt deposit for November 2025 in the amount of $481.81.
Okay, motion. Dina and Danielle.
Caroline, and yeah.
That was Dina. Okay. Comments, questions? Okay, no questions, comments. We'll go ahead and call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Again, we had a deal, so those that ate, you guys gotta stay here. You're not excused. That was your payment.
Your free meal.
That was your free meal. Or else. Hey. 52. I guess we're sending IHS the bill for all those that left. 0 opposed. 30, 38 abstain. Okay, moving on. TBK, I'm sorry. TBK 2025-342-002 passes with 52 in favor, 0 opposed, 38 abstain. Moving on, number 3.
Accepting and supporting responsible financial assistance to the agriculture applications now for state law.
Okay, motion. Lena. Second. Patty. Okay. We have one applicant, Mr. Begay. Are you here? All right, go ahead and do your introduction and ask basically, describe what you're going to be pursuing and all that.
Okay. Okay. My name is and my mom is here once. My dad was the name of the brigade, and Sheraton has alcohol from Route 16, so that's where I'm from. And I'm going to school at the University of Arizona. I started in 2022, full time, but hey, civil engineering, specialized in structural engineering. I've been there for about 4 years now, and I'll be completing my PhD. So, I just wanted to say that, and also thank you for letting me present myself to you all, and then to you guys, thank you for letting me be here and for 3 months as well. That's what I've been doing, and I'm a civil engineer by trade. I have a staff of, I can't find a part-time job as a professional.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get money everywhere I can get.
Yeah.
It'll be done soon. I keep telling. I just want to say that I would appreciate your assistance. I guess that's how I should have started. And, how after the presentation, so, once I, all right, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Look at this. All the way to nothing.
Yeah.
Let's be the voting.
Call for the vote. Go ahead. Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high.
You got this better one, right?
Fifteen, 15, and 16. 15, 15, and 16. Okay. 45.
Well, every time. Recount this is.
Seven. Okay, 52. Opposed. Abstain. 38. Okay. TBK 2025-342-003. Passes 52 in favor, 0 opposed, 38 in favor, or abstain, sorry. 52 in favor, 0 opposed, 38 abstain. Number 4.
Subsequent supporting for housing fair fund as a community eligible application and the amount requested.
Lena. Second. Danielle. Okay, comments, questions? We have a total of 4 families. And Danielle, I'm gonna go ahead and ask for a different second. Do I have anybody else who can second this? Miss Atson, what was your first name again?
Kelly.
Kelly. Kelly, I will add you to that. Okay. Comments, questions regarding that? Go ahead. The chapter, they will be the ones that provide the applications to you. Mm,
Chapter member.
You need to have the voters registration, you'll need to have 3 quotes, you'll need to have a they're gonna request for the application, the signing, to enter the premises, the signing release information form, the property map, social security card, veterans registration, CIB, home site lease, or homing, or home verification, the income statement, any other applicable documents, material listing, all that stuff. That is required under the policy. Okay. No other questions or comments? We'll go ahead and continue on to the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high.
11. Add 11 to 39.
50.
Yeah.
Oppose? Abstain? Okay. 15, 30? Okay, with that, we have, no, it would be 36. Okay. Yes. 52, 38.
Isn't there counting? That and that.
Thirty. Okay, so okay, 30 then, sorry. Okay, TBK 2025-342004 passes 15 in favor, 0 opposed, 30 abstain. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, number 5. Everywhere.
2025-342-005, approving and supporting assistance to veterans for hardship, when, oh my gosh, I almost said 1,000. $101.71 assistance to determine eligible based on their financial veterans organization policy.
Motion. Lena? Second. Dina? Okay. Comments, questions? Call for the vote. Madam Secretary. Thirty. Back to 3 plus. 37. 31. 38. 41. 41. Oppose? Abstain? 9? 30? 39. All right. Hold on, I gotta sign that. Sorry, I was just. Okay, TBK 2025-342-005 passes with 41 in favor, 0 opposed, 39 abstain. Moving on. Number 6.
TPK 2025-242-005, approving and supporting, no. TPK 2025-342-006, approving and transfer of $703.09 from fund 6600 consultant expense to fund 03-6619 tax penalties and interest $703.09 to cover the shortfall to the date that were not anticipated.
Okay. Motion. Patty? Second. Elizabeth, right? Ella. Okay. Comments, questions? Okay, all those in favor, raise your hand up high.
+11.
48.
48.
48. Opposed? Abstain? 32. TBK 2025-342-006 passes 48 in favor, 0 opposed to 32 abstain. Moving on, number 7. Jamie.
Combined.
Second. Thomas. A motion to combine 7, 8, 9, 11, and 13. Is that okay with you, primary motioner? Thomas Bryant. Thomas. Okay. We have a motion to combine 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm sorry, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 13. The motion parties consent. Okay. Madam Secretary, would you be able to read 8, 9, 11, and 13 into the record?
TPK 2025-342-007, approving and supporting the language of resolution for the BDPA Family Borough Smith located at GPS located 3635 .71 North, 110 47 49.56 West, while 1.5 acre is designated was approved by the Resource and Development Committee and RDCJN -33-15, which delegates authority to the Director of the Natural Land Department to approve land withdrawal on the Navajo Nation and approve the administration rules for the land withdrawal. Number 8, TBK 2025-342-008, approving and supporting the land withdrawal designation for the Gay Family Cemetery located at GPS located 3633-58-31 North, 110 51 West for 1.5 acre. This designation was approved by the Resource and Development Committee under RDCJN -33-15, which delegates authority to the Director of the Navajo Land Development to approve land withdrawal of the Navajo Nation and approve the administration rules and regulations for the land withdrawal. TBK 2025-342-009, approving and supporting the land withdrawal designation for the Richardson and Webb family plot located at GPS located 36, 30, 40, 34, the George 110 51 32.01 West for 1.5 acre. This designation can approve by the Resources and Development Committee under RDCJN -33-15, which delegates authority to the Director of the Navajo Land Department to approve land withdrawals and the Navajo Nation and approve the administration rules and regulations for the land withdrawal. TPK 2025-342-011, approving and supporting the land withdrawal designation for the Jane family plot located at GPS location 363842.70 North, 110 4432.62 West for 1.5 acres. This designation was approved by Resources and Development Committee under RDCJN -33-13, which delegates authority to the Director of the Navajo Land Department to approve land withdrawal of the Navajo Nation and approve the administrative rules and regulations for the withdrawal. TBK 2025-342-013, approving and supporting the land withdrawal resolution for Delmar family plot located at this location 3644 45.55 North, 110 42 23-23 West, 1.5 acre. This resolution was approved by the Resources and Development Committee under RDCJN 3-13.
Delegates authority to the Director of the Navajo Land Department to approve land withdrawals and then on the Navajo Nation and approve the administration rules and regulation to the, for the land withdrawal.
Okay, we have those are read into the record. Comments, questions for the items? Kelly? Okay, we'll make sure that is added, but okay. Oh, okay, we'll get that. Oh, yeah, we'll get that. We'll change it. Okay. Go ahead. A minute to. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 1 minute. Yadira, can you make your statement? Yeah, 1 minute.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Uh, can you hear me? I just want to test if you can hear me.
Oh, we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Ahihat yat she ya yadira kabiro yanishia lok nishle ado nakai bashichin nasht ejatuba dashache ado nakai dashanale bita ast eat den nasha ado tucson den cashed akut ego denestan initially. I just want to say thank you again for allowing me to be in this space today and to join you all the way from Tucson, Arizona. My aunt Elizabeth Key and I are both the one leading the effort to help our family for the Webb and Richardson family plot to get this going for the expansion of our family plot that's located near Yacht 18. So I just wanted to kind of mention that both of us are taking the lead on this. And I see that we had put in the request to support this for the land withdrawal. The other thing I wanted to point out too, as maybe for a future reference, I know this kind of has to go all the way back to our Navajo leaders, which is, I think, because one thing that as work, all our family near Ts'ah Bii, all the communities in those area who are looking at to, expand plans for family plot is that one thing that my family had expressed originally when trying to begin the process was that the instructions are a bit confusing, and I think it's critical and crucial, and pivotal as, for our future leaders out in Navajo to consider making the process more simplified and for the language to be easy to understand, because I think that's one thing that makes it complicated for some of our own family members to navigate this process. So, and I feel like just by reading some of the instructions that the only people that understand these are the ones that either wrote it or our legal representation at the Navajo Nation. So I just wanted to mention that. And thank you again. I know I only have a minute, so Ahihat, thank you.
Thank you very much for providing your comments. We will definitely provide that over to our policy and lawmakers. So You guys need to quit using your lawyers up there and just make it basic information on these laws. What is so we will definitely make sure that that is translated and provided over to our legislators. Okay. With that, okay. Those guys that are leaving, again, you guys are going to buy lunch next time, just so you guys know since you're leaving. Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Again, those guys that are online on chat, you guys have the ability to use the chat or the icon to say your favor, your opposing, or anything like that. And we should be able to capture that.
I'm in favor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Plus 3, 65. Oppose. See ya. Abstain. 15. TBK 2025342007 8 9 11 13 pass. 65 in favor, 0 opposed, 15 abstain. Thank you. Okay, moving on to just for a reminder, we have a workshop tomorrow, so I would ask that you guys please attend and do not leave yet. We're not done yet. Okay, number 10.
Hey, guys, oh, never mind. We got 2 more to go. TBK 2025-342-010, approving and supporting a request for a waiver leniency from Antelope Point Marina for Navajo ranchers utilizing their marina to access livestock grazing area among the south end of Lake Powell.
Motion. Trevor, right? Trevor. Okay. Second. Priscilla. Comments, questions? Call for the vote. Question, Patty. For the location out there on that side, again, like I stated a while back, I stated that right now District 2 grazing does fall all the way on that side, being that inscription house falls under District 2 as well. That we should have some ability, but our service territory expands all the way out to the lake. Okay. Yeah. So, but for this one, Iggy, is to request for leniency on all the people that have livestock and tend to the livestock out that way. Because what the purpose of this resolution here is so that this resolution can go to the other neighboring chapters so they can also entertain this thing and to help assist with those ranchers in those areas. So, oh, okay. So, Jim, I don't know if you want to provide some answers to her question, Patty. If you can, restate it.
What was the question? Yeah, that wasn't really set in stone. Oh, she Willie Gray Eyes on, yeah. Willie Gray Eyes and Sam Webb. So now they're saying they that hop after yeah. So they they're saying that's Navajo Mountains. Yeah, but this Thomas say yeah, we want to get that one back. No. So we need to start that and the inscription house reclaim it. That's what we want to do. No.
Thomas, question?
These and they West Canyon, then they Lake Powell, stand on the and low point on the house kind of a tat ashu on the should I use energy. Although back in 2010, Larry Goodman, that's what because I was looking at it on the map. Jonathan Nessie, first time, we look at that president. This kid go, Anila, Larry, Anila. The Supreme Court and they on the seal ban. So the only thing that needs to be do is the map correction. So in reality, according to Larry Goodman, and they go Supreme Court they not the seal, but the paperwork's in that office no it not yet. So legality, if it is true, not only the correction needs to be made is on the map, no, so a crocodile in Skidigi, you ask it's not that Kagi Hiko. It's not that Kaido on there, but it's not a Holloda. Look, go in the lake marina, though, written the Onhad, look at that. Onhad, look at that back in the early 2000s. Mike Anderson, if he was there's in the Enlope Point Marina, there's Ida, but he asked go, Navajo Nation, but that hidden skid. I use you guys now are Navajo ranchers, the Nostinigi, Nihiji, the Shingo. We get funding, so let up in London, no hard. So, Koho, Ita for $125, all dates not it should they need. Other if we have to now it got the other than he'll car maybe a day and a half got that's not if you hand heat even then they only charge us $125. In it 2 weeks ago I got the Beverda seed Nico. 2 of my sons couldn't if car. So I rented a boat for $385 for they told me to bring the boat back at by 3 o'clock. I told them, says, we're going to go way out there and go more than likely 5:30. So we went out there all day, but I see they didn't show up. I didn't hit now, was not 5:30. I didn't hit then he called so we went back. So we went back to we got back to the marina until 8:30. I don't pick up it. So the next morning I rented another boat for $380. They told me to be back specifically at 3 o'clock. And here it is at 10 o'clock. It takes an hour to get out there. Okay, by the time we located Ishsago, we didn't get back to the boat until about 5 o'clock, so or 4:30. I thought we got back to the marina at 5:30. Next morning, they charged me another day. So in 12 hours, in less than 12 hours, they charged me $600 plus almost $700. For 3 days, they charged me over $400 or $1,000. So all I'm asking you is either a letter of support or a resolution to help the ranchers out and believe it, they can borrow the boat for less than $1,000. We have to pay the $380 plus the gas, which is $6 a gallon. All I want is leniency, or just at one basic price that we can pay. Nothing carded on it, lean on it, and the baby kid, we don't know when we're going to come back. Indeed, that's a good husband. So other sick. If we leave Marina, there was the also takes about 10 o'clock, was on late 11:30. That was the Ben Nasin tighter the head and Adna Rauch, Tahiga, shop. Finally, we find each other. I don't know. We're back at the marina about 6 o'clock. And then they charge you, how much was it? $300 every 30 minutes that you are late. If you're late 6 hours, what's that going to accumulate to? It's going to accumulate to over $2,000. It's not fair to us as ranchers to pay that exorbitant amount of price. When they want something when Mike Anderson, when I was talking with him, he says that I never tried that Finnish kids go as a Navajo rancher out there, we get a lot of leniencies from the tribe. Sales Corporation, Swift Trucking Company, they're not switch policy.
Okay. Name? Randall? Yeah, okay.
I worked for 9 years and a half, Antelope Point Marina boat rental. I know part of the handbook policies. Ik heb de gun, two of them, his name King, Phoenix. They're the one doing all the policy, ADE. They're the one do all the policy. Right now, the problem they have is boat rent. It's going to be 8 to 4:30. Anything boat rent. Like, and then they charge you. They lay 400 late on the wall. But the hour they charge you again. They charge more again. Houseboat don't rent any the is more. Any kind of small boats with that. We don't do our we not go. We had to go by the policy what they say. Boat rent they would come back late. We had to pay extra again. Employees. But yeah. Chapter, yeah, we can do it, but you don't need to go like this. Leisure Henderson, he knows everything from under the Navajo Nation. He don't know what's the Navajo policy is, the Navajo Nation. Although you guys need to get a policy rules. You go to the security office and then you can ask them there. The security officer, Can't in here boss, the main boss, he give the office on there. Everything I know, yeah, but you have to go in there, yeah, make him arrange it to them. Do kehegita, kehegita, not down in the Slinigi, Nana. I live down here, the Naz place. My mom, my dad is Fanny, Calamity, and Tom Nance. Tore cheating is not the stage kappa, but she's chin look at it, she's cheatless, like the Chanel. Ta a yard and then she ko a koto a she a ho and leho. Ko what and leho. This is my second meeting. Now she even nanza na go to work every day. I don't come to the meeting to join with you guys. Ko now understand you can't they can leho the new members on the clinic. We had to make monies for our family, put on the table on the food. I try my best to come over to join with you guys in this, but I got a lot to do. I have cattle too.
Okay, yeah, no. Henry, go ahead.
Only biased. What do I do with this? Don't drop it. Yeah. Oh, can you hear me, everybody? Yeah, that's the thing. A team, the part of those we don't need. So, you had to hand that door. Oh, you told me the next time. Now that is team net was all spy kitchen. If you did plenty better than home, oh, it's all. This alcohol. I don't see that. That was the deal. That was their deal. The national park. Where is that? You know? This saving song. Yeah, that line was good to us, you know, oh, you end up seeing thing, you know, but the thing is, that's the thing. Where's that deal? What happened to all that talk they gave us, the white people, the colonizers, whatever they call them, you know? Hey, that's my only question. Maybe look into it, work on it, and press it to them, stress it to them, you know? They got no problems pushing things on us, you know, their policies. What about our deal, you know? That was our deal. Hey, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for those comments, but we'll go ahead and look into that. We'll have I'll have a discussion with my brother over here about that and see how we can make sure that we get that going. So, oh,
Let me give you a pointer. Thomas and Inigit, my sister used to work down in Havasu Pai on Nishna. And you know what? It is doable. We can do it. Helicopter, he's not that to visit my sister. And they charge us, this was like what, 15 years ago? They charge us natives, $25. But Lagana, was like, back then was 180. Although coming out of the canyon up to the top, natives, $25. Although helicopter down. Natives, they only charge us $25 to get a helicopter ride. So it is doable, you guys. We can, as long as we have and aided they so attorney.
Okay.
Yeah, kudo. Also iale ilhaj. And then they said, Atla Hellensen. Oh, that kudo dam should not by yalti kudo. Ani kudo. I dish out there. So kudo the rate moving forward. Nasol to show. What I'm thinking is to get a meeting going, yeah, with resources and development committee to address some of these issues. AD and the later not so smart to cheat at the age but late Haloni J other shin dark ho. Yeah, now till other ho. So a she could on a rate RDC she a could on a rate. Bishan dish the shako a she could the hard ka. The Hanshin hard cut over baby style deal neko. Have a dialogue with National Park Services as done. Show you and low point. As in the shiki. So hot let's go to and his last let's go. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. We'll go ahead and now let's go ahead and call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Ashkwanda, hey. $49. Oppose. Abstain. 60. 20. I'm sorry, 20? No, 20. Sorry. All right. TBK 2025-342-010 passes 49 in favor, 0 opposed, 20 abstain. Moving on, number 12, which is
Last one, you guys, TBK 2025 dash. Oh, never mind. TBK 2025-342-012, approving and supporting requested accessible voting accommodation, accessible facility, safety measures, and a nationwide ADA I don't know, this is implementation requirement for all chapters and Navajo Nation entities.
okay. Motion. Jamie, second by Halroy. Comments, questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. $47. 57. Oh, okay. 57. Oppose. Abstain. 12. TBK 2025-342-012 passes 57 in favor, 0 opposed, 12 abstain. All right. So there was a quick one that was done for us, but I am going to request if we can add number 14, 15, and 16 onto this thing here, and that is currently right here. So the motioning party, would it be okay for Danielle and Priscilla to add 14, 15, and 16 onto this resolution? The reason for these two one here was budget transfers here. Being that we are ending our ARPA for the renovations, Iggy, we have some funding that we want to be able to transfer over to the employee, the people that are doing the work, so that they could finish out the rest of this stuff. We're almost done with this project, and so 80, you know, that's why these ones here, we're requesting to transfer them so they can do maybe a month and a half additional to finish out the work. Oh, it was Lena and Thomas that are the ones who did that. Okay, I'm sorry. And also number 16 was for the SYEP. Being that it looks like we're going to be employing some of the student youth workers during Christmas, it looks like. We want to go ahead and also approve them getting holiday pay on Christmas Day. And New Year's, right? Just Christmas? Oh. Christmas days, I'm sorry. So 2 days. Okay. Okay, 2 weeks. 10 days, 10 days of employment. So if you guys have any, oh, you guys already did? Okay, cool. Okay. All right. So, okay, being that it's already done. Okay, now that we have that, it's Lena and Thomas. Are you guys okay with that? Lena Manheimer, Asha Kosh, to add. Okay, and they both concur. All right, so now that we have them both concurring, we will go ahead and add these ones here. Number 14, approving and supporting the budget transfer of $5,080 from Fund 366380 Building Materials to Fund 36-6103-20 for salaries temporary, and $4,608 to Fund 36-6103-20 FICA expenses, $286 to Fund 36-6404-20 Medicare, and $67 to Fund 36-6106-20, which is the SUDA expenses, and $84 to Fund 36-6108, which is workman compensation, and $35 to cover the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated. Go, I have a motion. Name. Greg, Ray, Randall. Okay, I'm sorry. Randall. And Patty. Comments, questions? So right now they are currently working on the renovations for the 22 homes, or is it 30 homes? I'm sorry. And there are some things that we've already forecast and projected that we think we'll be able to complete all of those homes with moving some of the funds around. So they should be able to complete all the homes that need to be renovated. And so that's the reason why we're moving some of those funds back over to that. So they're continuing their work. They're just finishing up the last remaining items. We are probably what, 90, 98?
So these two are really simple. Every done like in both we can protect it, so maybe 2 weeks, and then we're gonna give up probably like another month to go back to other places that needs to be fixed up, because some of these homes we did the roofing only, right? We did the roofing, so we're going to continue and pushing out, put some doors and windows for them for weatherization to finish up everything. So that's why the first thing we attacked. For most of these homes, so those were already done probably like a month ago, and just two that haven't been done, that was easy, so those should be done. They're not getting paid for those, they're not gonna be working.
because of my hours are really precious and whatever holiday, that's why I'm not giving them holiday pay because I'm gonna be losing hours by you. So now it's just from them time consuming. I only have, for these two right here, the top one is for the leader, upper leader, okay? How about these will be $5,008 for 3 more pays. Three paid, and these are all for his funding for temporary like FICA, the Medicare, SUDA, and then working comp. So I got it for that. So that's what it comes up to 5,080.
That's a federal law.
And that's the federal law, all these accommodated with that. So there's originally it's 4,608. See that? So that originally is paid for 80, 240 hours. So that's 3 pages. That's how much that is. But I gotta add all these to make it that much. So that part I'm getting all this money from the building materials. I have like 60,000 right now in there. So I got that money from there to get the work to go pay this pay to the next one. $13,492.48. I'm gonna tell you. So this is the same thing for 3 months. 3 labors. This is for 1 leader. This is for 3 labors. So I've only got four workers. When we first started this project, there were 7. So funding is kind of went down. So I got 3 of them, and now it's only 4 of them. And there's, like I said, it's 98%, so we can still do it. So their last day after this, their last day will be February 4th. February 5th, I think was their last day will be February. Their last day will be February 6th. So that's will be the last day. So I still have like 2 months to go. So I estimated that 2 more months. So that's why I did the transfer to get these guys going. So the last day will be February 5th. And I'm hoping that I am confident that will be all done. Okay? Hey, no, that's what we said this, that is why. Remember when we did your roof for you? Yeah. So like I said, come back to you with a big piece of stuff, windows and doors. Windows and doors, we can get it like a day. And you guys can do it a day and a half, 2 days tops. For the whole building. I know that because I've been looking at it and I can see their work and everything. Now we finished off March over here, and we finished all the windows, everything. So basically, on it about it. I'm really proud of it. Those 2 elements, and we really appreciate it. So we're trying to help. That's why we'll come back. Yeah. So we'll come back to you. So we just wanted to protect you, but first, yeah, because somewhere with the drain here. So now we'll come back inside. Well, we're inside. I know. So hopefully,
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. What's that? No.
Do I over budget?
Yeah.
Because I get negative, but
No, if you're arguing the negative. No. So we did over budget on some of them. But like I said, we already forecast a lot of these things. So we already got the list of materials and everything that needs to be done. And so we're just adjusting so we can fully expend the entirety of the ARPA funds. And that's the only ones that we're working on. So that's gonna be it. Okay.
Over here.
One more, last. No? Go ahead.
Who is,
This other
who is qualified? That's what we-
2004, around March, there was a listing that was given, you guys all approved that day, chapter meeting, there was 30, so I'm gonna call you guys over there. So that's what we're going by, this listing. Yeah, I got 2004, I got the listing was already approved. So if I didn't pick you guys' names, that's why. I mean, if you say that, because if you go around people, if you go to their homes, most of these homes have nice roofing, if you look at it, it's nice. But when you go elsewhere, there's a lot of people that live in shacks. Okay, that's how we predict it. That's how I did it. I did everyone by looking at a house and you have to go in there and see
So back in 2024, we had already provided the assessments. During that time, but again, like I stated, that was back in.
Yeah, point of order.
What's your point of order? Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll go ahead and entertain your point of order. We will get back to the agenda. So again, this is approving these two, this one here, Giga. So we'll go ahead and approve that. Any other questions regarding that resolution? The work of the ARPA funds can be a separate discussion. Okay, none, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high, for hey. $45. Opposed? Opposed? Abstain? 24. TVK 2025-342-014 passes 45 in favor, 0 opposed, and 24 abstain. Okay. Moving on, number 15. Approving and supporting the budget transfer of $13,492 from Fund 36-6380 Building Materials to Fund 36-6101-21 salaries temporary of $12,240 to Fund 36-6103-21 FICA expense $759 to Fund 36-6104-21 Medicare of $177,000 to Fund 36-6106-21 student expenses of $224 to Fund 36-6108-21, which is workman compensation of $92. This is to cover to the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated. Motion for 15. Danielle. Second. Randall. Comments, questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Hey. VP. Again, this is a reminder that those guys that are online, you guys have the ability to utilize the chat function or the icon to provide your thoughts. 48 plus 149. Oppose. Abstain. 22. TBK 2025-342-015 passes with 49 approved, 0 opposed, 22 abstained. Moving on, number 16. TBK 2025-342-016 approving and supporting to compensate winter SYEP Summer Youth Employment Program participants for Christmas days, which is going to be Christmas and day after, in appreciation to their dedication to community projects and events. Motion.
Motion.
Lena. Second. Randall. Comments, questions?
They volunteer. I thought you guys, that was a parental consent event.
So the question was, if they can volunteer, as long as we have the parental consent, but again, that is going to be based on them volunteering. They will not be compensated. Okay? Ms. Adson,
Where are they going to work on?
what are they working on?
Right now, they're going to try, they're going to renovate through the chapter. We're going to put the chapter for a bit, and a lot of these stuff on this side. We're going to do the fencing all around. See this fencing right here? We got a big fencing for the new warehouse. So we're going to be doing that, and then we're going to clear that side because we're getting a conic, big old conic. So they're going to do some digging. We're going to be 10 years.
Probably doesn't work out.
No, they're just getting holiday pay, I guess you'd say. Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, they'll be off. Thursday, Friday.
But they get.
They get pretty much over.
Our pictures will make them work really hard.
Oh. All right.
Okay. No other comments or questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Originally 44. 44. Opposed? Abstain, 36. Okay. TBK 2025-342-016 passes with 44 approved, 0 opposed, and 36 abstained. Okay, with that, we have completed all of our action items. We will move on to the announcements. We have St. Mary's on the 22nd, so please be there to provide your, hopefully it'll be in the new warehouse, wherever he went, but it should be done in the new warehouse. Number 2, we have chapters closed on New Year's Day, Christmas Day and New Year's Day. And then we also have the upcoming meetings, which again is provided to you guys. Again, we have the Western Council meeting on the 13th at Cook Union County College. So please come on out. And again, it's open to the public. I will be there, because I am also the Western Agency president, but we all will be there to provide those comments and questions to advocate for the Western Agency. We also have our NOS meeting on the 3rd. That's going to be at the Oljeto, the Monument Valley Welcome Center. Again, those are also for open to the public. NOS meaning Natasan, Oljeto, Shanskol, and Ts'ah Bii. And that is all within the Honorable Herman Daniels' region, and we formalized our own regional council to do that. So I believe Herman's going to provide a brisket, right? But other than that, we'll go ahead and motion to adjourn. Do I have a motion? Priscilla and Dina.
Is it too late to talk about my resolution?
Yes, it's too late. Thank you very much for joining.
Okay, thank you.
We have a motion. We have a second. All those in favor, raise your hand up high.
No.
How was the brisket, guys? Was it pretty good?
Yeah.
I haven't ate yet, so it's good.
Dylan, I have a question.
51.
Those were the wild ones.
Opposed?
From the canyon.
Abstain.
29.
29. Okay,
Dillard, I have a question.
stand by. We adjourn at 2:28 p.m. And we have 51 approved, 0 opposed, 29 abstained. So with that, I want to say thank you guys all for joining, and we do appreciate you guys for being a part of this meeting and being active in your ability to present your comments and concerns. Again, thank you, brother, for coming on out. We do surely keep that seat available and ready for you. So by all means, stop in for any of the other chapter meetings. Again, please provide these concerns that were provided by the constituents, and please raise them up to our legislators. And then again, the president's office was here, but they already left, so I was gonna say thank you, but well. But anyways, other than that, we will keep pushing forward. Thank you guys, and you guys all have a wonderful day. Where's that being coming? All right, Michelle, go ahead. You have your comment.